What's up, YouTube? Creative Kenneth right here, kama kawaida. You know the vibes, huh? Yes, first of all, I want to begin by apologizing for the hiatus. Hiatus, yes, write that down. Write that down. No, you can use it later. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I want to apologize for the break, the hiatus. I said that I'm gonna be here every Friday, but I lied. And I'm apologizing for the second time now. I know life happens, and yes, I don't want to make any promises now, but I'll try to be consistent because I know it's also good for me as well. But yeah, and also I want to thank all of you for, or those of you who have reached out for, yeah, the accountability and everything, the calling me out. I really appreciate that, and also for watching the first two videos that I did post, the Q&A and the vlog and the engagement, where I posted a reel there on Instagram, and you people went crazy on that. So yeah, I appreciate it. If you haven't already, go check them out. Go watch the first two videos that I did. They were so good. And yes, share, like, comment, subscribe. What else do these creators say? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to saying this, but yes, please, do share, do like, do comment, do subscribe. Yeah, so today we're just gonna be freestyling. Don't have a script as such. Yeah, um in that line of sharing and subscribing, all that, I just wanted to, because I was thinking a lot about like sharing and YouTube and everything. And like, why am I doing this? Uh, should I do this? What shouldn't I do? Should I do more? And I was just thinking about sharing and this whole internet thing and social media. And like, there's I don't know how to say it, but there's like power in both. There's power in sharing, but there's power in like keeping things to yourself and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people who are like extreme, who are like on both sides and extreme on both sides. Like people who never share anything, people who don't even have an IG, people who have one but they don't post nothing, not even a story. Like, come on, why are you on here? Just talking us. And I know people who post everywhere, who have all these apps. They on TikTok, they post there, they post on Snapchat, they post on WhatsApp, they post on Instagram. And sometimes I'm like kind of one of those people. Sometimes I tone down on these others. Yeah, I was just thinking about it, and I'm like, where should I? Which side? Come on, which side should I be on? But as I said, there's power in both, and I think I was reading some, like when you're that closed off person, especially in this day and age where like data is so important. Like, um, sometimes it's just nice to keep things to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that I feel like it kind of relieves you of some pressure, like some expectations, and you can just like live your life to yourself. But again, there's also power in sharing, power in like be it like mundane stuff, like the normal stuff, posts, everything everyone does, or just or like to serious deep stuff. And I'm reminded like, and even most of us probably have something of someone who has inspired us on social media. I remember like, uh, there's so many examples I could use, but I could say like the time I was making the decision to move from here to from Kenya to here in the US. For those who don't know, by the way, yeah, anyway, I'll talk about that more. But yes, moving here, and I just went up on YouTube looking at all these creators talking about how they made that move, what it was like for them. And I remember specifically watching this creator. I think she's called Zillennial Life or Zillennial Life Crisis. Hey, tough names, but yeah. And I think she just made the move from Kenya to the US, and she was also into tech, which was what I was gonna get into, or what I was looking to get into. And just watching her videos, seeing her share like her struggles, the things she had to go through, the decisions she had to make, her perspective on things. I mean, that was powerful, and I still think about it till this day. And we all see stuff. Someone just posted a story, and even it can be like just simple stuff like someone putting a song on their IG story and you click on that song and go listen to it, and man, you love it. So such simple stuff. I mean, there's power in that. And I remember this meme I saw on, I think it was on Snapchat. Ati unanitumia sticks za ngoma kila siku kwani mimi DJ Lighter, and I was cracking up on that the whole week. But yeah, I mean, send those songs. If you find a good song, send it. And this other meme that, the way you can be usually add movies to your watch list, maybe on Netflix or whatever, but you never end up watching them. But when someone recommends a movie or shares a movie on social media, you run there, and these are the movies on your watch list. So like, dude. But anyway, yeah, there is power in sharing. So I think that's like, I lie more on that side, and it's kind of scary, right? Coming on here, being vulnerable, being, I'm sure some things will be cringe. I'm sure I already say, like on my first video, I already did or said some cringe stuff, and looking back, you're like, I don't want to see that. But yeah, there's power in that, and I don't know. I don't know whether I should say pick your side or just use wisdom to discern. Again, as you share, of course, it needs wisdom and discernment so that you don't share everything, and like things which really you shouldn't be sharing or people shouldn't be seeing. But yeah, so if I don't bring my girlfriend on here, just know I'm not trying to share everything. Not that she doesn't exist. Just, you gotta keep some things to yourself. I wish you wish, but yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, it definitely needs some kind of wisdom to be able to know what to do. And yeah, I'm gonna, some post here that one of my friends shared uh a while back. I don't know whether you view YouTube as art or, but this post went like this. I'm just gonna be referring here, so don't judge me if I'm looking aside. It's saying, I grieve all the art that isn't seen because of, and it went like that. It went on to list some few things. I grieve all the art that is not seen because of stuff. So one of them was algorithms. Um, I think I don't know too much about this, but yeah, like the YouTube and the Instagram algorithms, the way they push some stuff or they favor some stuff. So as creators, you kind of feel like you should be in a box to create things which are in line with, like, will go with the algorithms, and that's kind of sad. But yeah, and it's really worth grieving. The other second one was, I grieve art that isn't seen because of imposter syndrome. Ooh, this is a big one, and I think it applies everywhere: art, YouTube, just daily life. Like, you want to do something, you want to get into something, but imposter syndrome keeps you from like doing it. And if you don't know what imposter syndrome is, another vocabulary for you today, guys. I look at me just helping you. But anyway, imposter syndrome. Yeah, you look at others in that field, and you, maybe if it's YouTube, you feel like, these guys, man, they've been doing this for years, they got all the equipment and stuff. If it's just anything else, you feel like you're not enough, you're not good enough, and you just don't want to start or put your art out there. And yeah, it's really worth grieving. And I mean, I've been through it. I feel like I go through it all the time, in school, everywhere. Like I am held back from doing things that I would want to do because of imposter syndrome. So just challenging you guys, challenging myself to like go past it, look past the imposter syndrome, because you gotta start somewhere, right? And I read this one quote. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of things I've read and seen and whatever. But yeah, I read this one quote. I'm gonna try to remember it, but it went something like, mm, you don't need to be you don't need to be you don't need to be good to start, but you need to start to be good, or something like that. You don't need to be amazing to start, but you need to start to be amazing. So I've kind of mixed it up, I'm sure, but yeah, you need to start somewhere. So I hope you'll get past the imposter syndrome and just go for it. Start, right? Hakuna mtu atakuchapa if you put out a bad video, your first video. I mean, some people will laugh, you might get some bad comments, but no, like, just go and do it, right? Yes. The third one, I grieve art that isn't seen because of exhausting manual jobs. So I believe that was talking about like so we can just be caught up in like work or and sometimes and our school, and we're just caught up in those things that we feel like we can never get the chance to start to put our art out there, or in this case start YouTube, something like that, excuse me. So this can be tough because sometimes it's not really a choice. You can't like, for most people you can't choose not to go to school or choose not to work, and if you did choose, it would be like a tough choice or almost impossible choice. But yeah, just I pray that if you're going through that you'll just find a way. And I'm kind of going through it right now, but I'm trying to make this work. So extend grace. Yeah, the other one was I grieve art that isn't made because of perfection. I grieve art that isn't made because of perfectionism. Man, the English is not Englishing. Yeah, uh, being wanting to be perfect. Yeah, that's it's also in line with the quote I just shared, that you want to be amazing first before you even start, and it doesn't make too much sense, does it? But yeah, we a lot of us are trapped in that perfectionism. You want to have the best gear before you start, get the best location and everything, like have everything perfect. And I want to disappoint you today and say I don't know if that's going to happen. You're just going to start. Of course it's good to want to be excellent in what you do and have the put out the best quality of art out there, but don't let perfectionism. Oh, this other quote, guys, another one. Don't let perfect get in the way of good enough, because sometimes people are like there's someone waiting on the other side of you just good enough, and you're like waiting and waiting for you to be perfect, and you're like at the end, I don't want to see too many likes, like at the end of the day, someone isn't getting inspired or learning something or seeing your art because you're letting perfect get in the way of good enough. So imagine if I went on YouTube and searched, I don't remember exactly what the words I searched that day, but I was like in a hard place. Should I make this decision, move, leave my family in Kenya, come to the US? I went and searched and found absolutely nothing. Went in Google, found absolutely nothing. No one shared their story. No one wrote. No books. Nothing. Before, because someone or some people were trying to be perfect before they could share their stories, or trying to get the best cameras and everything, location, lights, directors, editing software before they could actually start. I mean, it would have been sad. It would have been terrible, disappointing. Huh? You feel me? So don't let perfect get in the way of good enough. Uh, it's kind of a thin line because you also want to be excellent. You don't want to put just anything out there. But yeah, don't let perfectionism get in the way. And this video is also to me. It's also to myself. I grieve art that isn't made because there are more important things to do. And it's similar to the jobs and school stuff that I just spoke about. But yeah, sometimes like art and stuff like this, like we are hesitant to do it because we feel, or someone has told us like, man, that's less of a priority, and we end up not doing it. So yeah, that's worth grieving. Yeah. But the credit to Inspired to Write, that's the account on Instagram which posted this thread. So yeah, that's where I'm referring to. Referring from, and a friend of mine shared this as well, and that's where I got it from. So again, power of sharing. Yeah, the other one was I grieve art that isn't made because the market is saturated. Hey, that's a deep one. That's a big one. I'm sure you guys, you either you or your family member or your friend has a podcast or a YouTube channel. I mean, in this day and age, everyone has like like something like this, and it's starting to feel. I mean, I'm sure this was definitely true like 5 years ago, or even farther back, but the market is definitely saturated, and you look and you're like, dang, do I want to go in there with all these people already in there? Like, you feel like you're already tapping into a saturated space. But what I would say to this is, if it's your calling, if it's something you want to do, if you're not just doing it because everyone else is doing it, um, you should do it despite feeling like the market is saturated, or like there's too many of you people out there, or too many people doing a podcast or a YouTube channel. Because I tell you that if you look at that, it'll be a valid reason for not doing this. But if it's something you feel like you should be doing, you've always wanted to do, like me, and yeah, this was definitely a hindrance for me, feeling like uh, all my friends, a lot of people I know have a podcast, have a YouTube channel, and me, I'm there again, trying to ask for support to do this as well. Definitely something I wanted to say something. Yeah, I want to say that, like, these days, sometimes it's funny because sometimes we don't want to do something because no one's doing it. Like, we feel like we'll be weird for doing it, and sometimes we don't want to do stuff, or I even don't want to do stuff because everyone's doing it. So you don't want to be just every other person. So I think those two reasons shouldn't let stop us from doing something, if if it's something we should actually be doing, if I'm making sense. Yeah. So the other one is, I grieve all the art that isn't sing because of not wanting to be cringe. Hey, that's a big one. That's a big one. I already spoke about it, but yeah, coming on here talking, it's, watching yourself and even listening to your voice on a channel, is cringe, man. Just being here, like, what am I doing, sitting on a couch looking at a camera, talking to an imaginary audience? It's kind of cringe, like, when you think about it. And even some things I've said already, some things I'm gonna say, cringe, cringe. But yeah, don't let that stop you. Like, I mean, as I said, hakuna mtu atakuchapa, so go ahead and do it. Be cringe. Be vulnerable. The other one is, I grieve all the art that isn't made because it's too late. And this is also in line with the market being saturated. You feel like you're too late to the party. You already missed the boat. Or maybe you're just old right now. You're in your 30s, 40s, and you feel like it's kind of too late. But yeah, go ahead and do it. If I mean, as I said through this video, if it's something that you should be doing, don't let that stop you. Yeah. The other one is, oh, that was the last one, actually. But yeah, these were definitely things that have kept me in the past, from whether it's YouTube or it's something different to do with art, to do with just expressing myself, or putting my art or my heart out there. These are definitely things that have kept me, and I don't want them to keep you from doing what you need to be doing, whether it's writing, drawing, painting, music, social media, and so on and so forth. So this is your sign. Go ahead and do it. And yeah, just a few more things about me, about this channel. As I said, I'm doing this for the first time, so I might not be as polished or ever. So extend grace, give feedback and everything. Yes, another thing, I'm Kenyan, so if I throw in some Swahili in there, just understand. I can't. It's just me. I was born and raised in Kenya. Moved here to the US about 2 years ago. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure a lot of my audience is gonna be Kenyan, but I have international audience as well. So if you don't understand the Swahili, just ask a neighbor to translate, or Google Translate. But I try to keep it English. But I know that's gonna be tough. And also, yeah, I'm sure sometimes I'm saying things. There's something funny about, like, there's this stage about, like, being abroad, uh, and sometimes you're trying to, like, you're lost in between your where you come from and where you're actually at the moment. And sometimes, like, with the accent, sometimes you say something and you listen yourself, and your Kenyan friends are listening, and you're like, what did I just say? But also the Americans on the other side are like, Could you please repeat it one more time? Just one more time. Like you lost in the middle. You feel like you're trying and you're trying really hard to be American, but the Americans feel like you're the most Kenyan person they've ever seen. So it's just crazy. So it's not that I'm trying to be any of those, but if you hear something funny or something funny that I said, just understand. Yeah, I'm also a Christian. I'm a believer of Jesus, God, Jesus Christ. Yes, ni Bwana. Amen. Not trying to preach, but yeah, that will definitely inform like my perspective on some things, and there might be also some faith-based content on this channel. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to keep it consistent. I don't want to make any promises, but yeah, please continue support. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Sometimes I'm talking with people and they'll, or let me say, like couple of my friends, and they're like, "Man, I really love that video, whatever, whatever." Then they're trying to refer to something they've seen, like, or to a specific point on the video. Then they open, and they've not even liked. They've not even watched the entire video. They've not even, sometimes like they've not even subscribed. So that shouldn't be the case for you. Pale ulipo, I hope umesubscribe. Ndugu mpenzi mtazamaji. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this far. I don't know if there's anything else I want to say. Stay tuned. I got a few vlogs coming up, a few late vlogs of my trips. This is too late, but yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably predict my next few videos. But yeah, please check them out. If you do not, I'm Creative Kenneth everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, Tinder. Okay, not Tinder, but most of those platforms. Though I'm inactive in a few of them, but definitely Instagram. Please make sure to follow. Yeah, thank you for watching up to this point. Catch you next time. Bye bye.